Hello, 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 ALGO fam. Welcome to the first NFT Art Galaxy. I'm going to try to help elevate the space with you, alongside with you. I want you to come along the journey. It's been a lot of fun so far. So as you can see, the purpose really is to make NFTs not to be intimidating to anyone, really. So we're going to focus mostly on the Algorand platform, but really not going to be limited to it because we can learn other things from other platforms as well. So, hope to capture eyeballs from other platforms as well. So the channel really is for everyone, artists, creators, beginners alike, investors. I'm going to speak from my experience, the journey I had so far, as we embark on it together. But this isn't advice, but really just to educate and help us interact a little more and maybe onboard some additional artists and creators and collectors in the space. So I'm going to cover a lot of different things, different tools I use, Twitter, Discord, minting, how you do it, what not to do, transacting, interacting. And what I'm excited for really is some artist interviews, just to really learn about the artist, and collector interviews as well. And of course, giveaways. What's the space without giveaways, right? We're a big, happy fam. So I'm not going to go through this. We all know we need a wallet. You can find, do a Google search to find what wallet you need, but the Algorand wallet seems to connect to everything. And the first topic I'm gonna cover is Twitter account. I think it's the key to the space. So I recommend getting a name, sticking with the name, and using it consistently throughout all the separate platforms. So that's really the basis. But Twitter is, I think, a big underrated platform, and really you can connect with anybody in the world. I mean, how powerful is that? And Twitter is just like interacting like a human being, right? You just need to be kind, just need to engage and make it about them, other people, listen more than you actually talk, right? So kind of give more than you get, and then you will start to receive. But some of these bullet points I'm going to try to cover here. I really did want to just kind of walk through Twitter and kind of go through it live, but I did create a little presentation here just so I don't miss any of the pieces. And again, it's not all encompassing. This changes every second of every day, but the main thing is you're arm in arm with the artists, the creators. It's just, think about it. If you were speaking with Van Gogh as he was creating some of his works, maybe he wouldn't have cut off his ear. But I'm going to cover some giveaways, easy way for people to make and build a free art collection that could be worth, I don't even know how much money in the future, or as we say, algorands. How to get organized, a lot of information coming to you, lists, hashtags, how to use them properly, how to get followers, looking at influencers, maybe following who they're following, and different things like that. Some interactions, again, you just need to be human. But, if you see someone who has a broken link to their AB page, well, let them know about it. You got to be kind. Love the art, just give them a compliment, send a GIF, really love it, share it, retweet it. You have a lot of these giveaways and people are afraid to retweet them because they're afraid that more people are going to enter it and it loses their odds. But guess what? It's called karma. You'll eventually get there. In any event, I think you should also read bios of people. There's also Twitter analytics to see how you're doing, and then Twitter Spaces, which I think is phenomenal, a phenomenal way for you to actually hear and interact with the artists. And it's just such a creative space. So, I mean, this community is amazing. That's why I'm diving in head first. I fell down the rabbit hole, and here we go. So again, Twitter rubbing elbows with artists. I mean, G Giraffe just made, a self-portrait. I think making self-portraits is something creators and artists should do. It's what the greats did, right? Again, talking to them on Twitter, you might be talking to the next Van Gogh, Rembrandt, Andy Warhol. I mean, there's so much talent out there. It's just, I'm just so so pumped, loss of words, but it's kind of simple. But again, you are immersed with everybody. How amazing is that? You can actually go on to, some of them have Discords. We're not going to talk about Discords that much on this video, but it's a place to, again, interact, become friendly, bring your offline world online, and hopefully bring your online world offline and meet some people, maybe at a Decipher event or a local meetup or something like that. It's just fun to be with like-minded people that enjoy what you do. So again, Twitter is just interacting. Here's a few different interactions here, but this is kind of how you build a following and get more people to like you, is by liking them. I mean, a lot of people are apprehensive, just like I am apprehensive putting this out there in the world, right? It's all about confidence. I have confidence, but it's just like, hey, am I going to make everybody happy? I'm going to disappoint people. So people are coming out. You can look at finally making my art public after years of painting only for myself and my family. Decided to put my art out there and see whatever reactions I get. I mean, crazy. Other people, thanks for the advice, brainstorming. We're in a specific place. We're creating what we're going to be and what we're going to do and what the space is all about. There's really no rules. It's just how creative can you get? Another artist over here, which I can't get over how y'all liking my art, putting me in the names of some real ALGO badasses, right? Just immerse yourself in that conversation. It is amazing. You got D4 complimenting, it's just like, wow, it's Buddy, man. Why isn't your art as good? Art is in the eye of the beholder. So I'm not gonna labor upon this, but it's community. It's community. Pixel Ducky started a few weeks ago. Just opened Twitter, scrolled one time, saw 3 people with their ducks in the profile picture. How amazing is that? It's just, I mean, it's just amazing. So if you're quiet on Twitter, say something. If you don't want to say something, put a GIF. That's all. So to find relevant people, it's pretty easy. I mean, you can search ALGO, NFT, and you can find people to follow, or you can go to influencers. In this case, I just use GOANNA, right? So he's got 702 people that he's following that he sees worthy to follow. It's not going to all be in the NFT space, but maybe it is. And you can actually go and follow those people, or you can look at his followers. So those are all the people that like and love GOANNA and they want to see what he's doing. Maybe it's competitors, maybe people want to just kind of get up on what's happening, but that's a good place to start. And you can just click and follow these people, but don't stop there. You need to again interact with them, like I said on the previous slide. And that's how you start making connections. That's how people start following you back. And I guess that's ultimately what you want. If you're going to sell some of your art, or you're going to sell some other people's art that you had purchased. But again, amazing space. So Twitter lists, it's really a good way to organize, amplify. Me specifically, I'm creating lists for people who DM me that, or, maybe want me to promote their project, or just want to interact with me, or, just share something with me. I want to make a list of that because I don't want to lose sight of that. Or, NFT creators is a list that you can see here over on the right. It's actually already created for you by @YEKCALS. It's not probably all encompassing, but you can start there and just find and follow a lot of NFT collectors, creators right away. So it's very, very easy to do. You can look at giveaways. I mean, friends you made, all sorts of different lists, and you can make them public, you can make them private. But the whole point is that when you have a lot of followers, you're following a lot of people like I am, your Twitter feed becomes just a mess, and it's hard to look at things unless you look at specific lists where you can just narrow in and you can seem like Rich Leprestis everywhere. And that's kind of how I do it. Hashtags is basically a different form of that. Obviously your lists are organized, they're going to be there forever, but the hashtags, if you put them out there, you'll see different giveaways or different topics that you're looking at. So again, it's easy to build that NFT collection off of free giveaways if you're finding every giveaway that's out there. But you can do it for shuffles, do it for drops as well. Usually when I see a drop happening, I speak into my phone and I'd be like, hey, Siri, set an alarm for 8 o'clock. Someone's dropping. And that's how I'm on it. Again, I know there's bots and stuff and a lot of things are changing. So there's more shuffles than drops, and there's different ways that people are doing it. But again, it's evolving. So you got to kind of roll with it. And, this is what I'm saying. You can build an NFT art collection for free. This is for collectors, even artists who want to collect. But I mean, you can kind of see 2,500 tweets in the last hour for NFT giveaways. I mean, that's insane. right? But when you're doing a giveaway, I think if you do a combined giveaway or collab or have multiple Twitter users, you're actually going to be attracting those audiences if they're liking and retweeting and stuff. And maybe when you do an auction, it's retweet and say something as well, as opposed to just retweeting your tweet to enter. But more exposure, the better. I mean, it just kind of spreads like wildfire. If you're doing an auction, maybe go on Reddit, go on another platform, cross-platform this bitch and make it fucking go viral, right? You can do that because you can go into a lot of different places and spaces, pop the link, and they'll come right over. And these are just some quick giveaways here. Just giving you an example of a giveaway I did with Gecko Fam. I won a Pollock, which I did not want to give away because I think it's beautiful. And then Gecko 24, which was part of my collection. I added that to it to make it even bigger, make it more powerful, right? And we got some pretty good tracks and 233 likes. I think there was 183 entries that qualified. But as you can see here in the middle here, I did it on a double tweet, which I had the 102 and the 202, kind of like the tweet storm or tweet thread. But everything that people needed to know was kind of on the first tweet, so they didn't look to the second tweet. And the second tweet, I hate to ask for things anyway, so I put it there. I'm starting this new YouTube channel that I'm talking on right now. Just wanted to get 100 subscribers. Get 100 subscribers, you can get a vanity YouTube address. So anyway, I put that on the second page, and you can see 223 likes on the first one, but only basically 26 likes on the second. So I mean, you just gotta live and learn. You gotta test things out, and it's just fun, and you just keep going. So again, just ways to continue to build an NFT collection. I mean, you got Algo, the Wicked King. He's blowing up right now, but he also has a giveaway, which is not on Twitter, but onto Discord, which a lot of people are doing. There's some giveaway bots that you can utilize here. There's also some things you can do with Rand Gallery, except that's by invite only for some reason. I guess it's in beta, but in any event, it's just keeps coming. And I guess we go on Twitter right now, we'll see a bunch more and more giveaways. And the awesome thing about it is that there's a lot of attention to a lot of these things, and that's what we want: attention and eyeballs and exposure. The other thing that's really exciting, I think, is Twitter auctions. We see a collab here, on the right hand side with Owl, which is kind of amazing, and he's doing it with Vlad 3 Designs, which his last two drops, which he has on Discord, just kind of went real quick. He's got a third one coming, so this collab is already up to 400 algos about an hour ago. We got the domes here, got excitement here. We did a cool Tigers. I got all the Scooby-Doo characters, and this last one was being auctioned. Had a lot of, was very nervous that I wasn't going to get it to complete the collection, but just a lot of fun, a lot of exposure, a lot of retweets, a lot of likes. It's just fun, right? It's just fun, and that's why I'm doing it, having fun. So again, it's a fun, interactive way to mess around with the community. And again, you don't have to be bidding on it. Just go in there, comment, egg people on, fire people up. It's just a lot of fun. Help it to bring it to the next level. And, there are auctions on ALGO X NFT. I find them to be quite boring. It's a good place to do it. I guess it's more prominent, but a little more work. You do it yourself, and it's exciting, right? Hit me up in a DM, and I'll retweet it. I see all of them, and I don't really judge. I mean, I see all the art, and I can't say I like all the art the same. There's some I like better than others, but I mean, I think all the art is beautiful. So anyway, the other is the shuffle. The shuffle is really cool. Shuffle is really exciting. Again, you do it in a bot on Discord. You can also do it on Rand. We had Algo planets. They sold out their last drop in 2 minutes. Pretty ridiculous. Just aside, he's doing something fun. You get 2 planets, you can merge them together. How awesome is that? I mean, it's just the creativity is amazing. Owl had another drop. I was on his first drop, got a bunch of them there. And now the second drop sold out in 4 minutes. I was able to get, I think, 10 or 11 at the first one. I just kept clicking because I really didn't even know what I was doing. But yeah, again, learning there. And again, Vlad is dropping his with the shuffle. You go in, you enter it. It's pretty easy to enter. Discord's a little clunky, but again, hit me up if you have some trouble, kind of help you walk you through that. We will have a video on that coming up shortly as well. And then giving, man, I think, Dave Matthews says, when you give, you begin to live. And I believe that, you got to give to get. It's just so much nicer. Give someone a compliment, make them smile, you smile. So, a few things here. You have, ALGO, I think he's doing an amazing job. Some other collabs coming in, growing trees, Board Beast did it. A bunch of others have Down Gecko's done it. I can't even, everybody's, I think a lot of people are doing it, but it's a fun thing and for a good cause. And Algo Bull over here on the right, he's starting a first reverse auction, which is pretty cool for NFTs. If you're a creator, you can put something in. I asked him as a collector, can I put something in? And it's going for a good cause, which is St. Jude, which is amazing. So hit up Algo Bull NFT if you want to join that. I think it's going to be lit. I think there's going to be a lot of exposure, and it's really for an amazing cause. So you got to give. I guess the last thing is true to space is the real reason, not the real reason, but one of the reasons why I'm doing this space is last Friday I went on Hamburger Pimp's space. I just clicked on it. People are talking. I'm like, I'm not new to spaces. I hit up a few spaces before, but never like this. And, I just raised my hand and I kind of started talking and start to get to know Dave, D4, a bunch of other people. And I think the Twitter space lasted like for 3 hours. And it did help that I did one with D4's creation, which was amazing. But it really was exciting to me. Like, it brought all these people to life. I mean, they're human beings from around the world, this accent, that accent, someone from Japan coming on with, limited English and just really, embracing the community. And that's what it's all about. And very, very exciting to me. I feel if you guys can learn like one thing, or if I can point out one thing you missed, it's worth my time doing this. And it's just measuring your success. This is kind of what my analytics from earlier in the day, but it shows you which tweet had the most likes, which one had the top mentions. It goes into who's your top followers, who's your top follower with the most followers. And it just really kind of shows you engagement. You can kind of see if you're doing things right or not, so that's kind of how that is. This isn't over because I want to go and hop into Twitter. I want to finish an auction, not an auction, a giveaway that I have going, but I desire, if I have a desire to get the algos going, the algorithms here and YouTube. So please like, share, comment. If you learned anything, if you'd like me to continue doing this, comment below if there are topics you want me to cover more in depth, because each one of these things I covered, I can go into, and speak 20, 30 minutes by themselves. But also, if there's someone out there that you like to have interviewed, let me know and we can see if we can get that done. So going to jump right into Twitter. I'm going to just kind of do this first. This is the giveaway that I have going. And what we're going to do is we're just going to copy the link to the tweet. We're going to go into the Twitter picker, which is pretty easy to do. Just click that, load the tweets. I mean, I thought I would have had to count them the first time I did it. I was like, oh my Jesus, I got to count 183 people, put them all in. But so we got a winner count of 1. We did want them to follow Mr. Mushy's NFT. We got that there. Tweet count any, count age any, last tweet any. So we're going to kind of use that. I think that's good. And then we're going to continue. We got everybody loaded here. And I went down to 45 from 65. Hey, he didn't follow. So there we go. So it's Chip won. And there you go. Winner is Chip. I'll tweet it out again later, but I mean, here's Twitter. I mean, I use my phone a lot too, but you got your notifications. These kind of all these here, mentions, and you can just kind of dive in them. This guy saw the painting yesterday. It was really exciting. Pretty cool. That's what I said it this morning. Hey, morning ALGO fam, what's shaking? Boom, responded. Gonna like it. I'm gonna say, that's amazing. I guess it is, right? Congrats. Painting. You have a pick? Dude, this just shows that you're interested, right? And this guy, Quick Sand and Cream, he's actually pretty interesting. So I went to him. He's got 35 following him, 18 followers, nothing. He's got his own collection here. Hasn't done much with it, but I like to interact, and why not? Check it out. ALGO fam, right? We're a fam. And then boom, maybe it'll help one person look at it. But that's not why I wanted to show you him. He was actually interacting. So if you actually go to tweets and replies, he was kind of mixing it up with some other folks. Mr. Wicked, I believe. He says, going to have to rotate the crown since both are straight royalty, unless some great artist out there can help me with the wallpaper by putting my ALGO Kangaroo and Wicked King together. How amazing is that? Quick Sand and Cream came up with that. And I mean, that resonated with me. The Sears Portrait Studio. Are you fucking kidding me? How funny, how creative is that? That's awesome. So someone in the ALGO fam just came out and just was like, boom, I'm going to do this free art, free whatever for this gentleman here. And, I think someone else did this for him as well, but it just goes to show you how awesome it is to interact with these people. He only has 341 followers and 132. I mean, this community is small, it's tight knit, but I mean, there's probably thousands of us out there. So more and more people will be able to interact with him. So, again, like you can look at Owl. You can say, all right, well, Owl's blowing up right now, Mr. Owl. Who's following him? Well, duh, I am. And then I'm following all those other people. But this is what I do. I just click. And it's a little bit different for me because, I have more people follow me. So these people will eventually see me. But I do want to have some time. I do try to read what the bio is. And I'd also, follow them and kind of look at what they're doing and welcome them to the space. So, I mean, it's better to have one follower that really likes you and what you do, as opposed to having 10,000 followers that have no fucking idea who you are. Excuse my language, but that's kind of how I do it. You just got to go find your influencer or someone who's doing art like you're doing, or in kind of that genre, and just interact. And then interact with other artists. They're all awesome. I mean, my DMs, blow up, and they're not even blowing up, but they're blowing up with different artists, just saying, thank you for retweeting my project. Thank you for this. Thank you. So it's just, again, interacting. So I think, I'm going to leave it there. There's, other stuff that I can show you, but, it's just like searching, you search ALGO NFT, it's going to pop up everything that has ALGO NFT in it, right? You could do it with giveaways, latest, so you'll see everything. And all this stuff here is a great place for you to interact with. Here it is. There's another giveaway with glasses. So easy to do. And, what you do, you just I put some fire on here, and then, you know, some of the people that you know, I've been interacting with the most. I just kind of put them here, and you know, just I try to do different people all the time, and like, oh, that's great, you're, you know, you're including me in this. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. And then the last thing is following this guy, which I already am. So in any event, again, if you like what we're doing, you know, just comment below. I'll keep doing them. Again, I want to have people on, want to do some giveaways. I'm going to make it a lot of fun. I'm new to this, so bear with me, but I'm going to try to provide as much value as I can. Again, if you want to come on, come on. I don't care if you're a creator or a collector, as long as you're involved in the NFT space and you have something to give, let's do it. All right. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Yes. Let's go, Algo fam.